Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host for the most, as always, Francois878. And today we are going to be talking about the Ignis Wraith. This weapon, as most of you know, was the reward for the recent event, the Pacifism Defect. And I thought it was finally about time to go through this weapon, show off some builds, and just give my opinion on it. Now, it's definitely an interesting weapon. Any weapon that can hit 100% status chance with a certain combination of mods is interesting in my opinion. Status procs are a lot of fun, and they can make endgame much easier. As the game gets harder and harder, status procs become more and more important. And so this gun is technically endgame viable, quote unquote. I think there are definitely weapons that are better than the Ignis Wraith and do the same thing, but that's a topic for a whole nother video. The builds that I'm going to be showing off here shortly, once I kill the Master of Edge here. Apparently he didn't take too kindly to my fashion frame. The builds that I'm going to be showing off are more strictly meta builds, and they do focus on getting that status chance as high as possible to guarantee those procs, because that's what this weapon does best. Now, really quick, the differences between the vanilla Ignis and the Ignis Wraith. The Wraith actually has lower damage, but higher status chance, crit chance, magazine size, and total ammo. So, yeah, you are losing a little bit of damage, but like I said before, damage is not a main focus on this weapon, not really. Now, like I said, these are pure meta builds, so you're going to go with Serration, Heavy Caliber, Split Chamber. That fourth mod in the last row was Stormbringer. Basically any 90% elemental damage mod that you want to use, depending on the faction that you'll be facing. And the last four mods are your dual stat, elemental damage, status chance mods. Pretty easy build. It did take 4 Forma, unfortunately. This weapon did not come with any pre-formad slots, so it it unfortunately is a little bit of an investment. But 102% status chance per second is very interesting, and the way that you can get this weapon, if you combine certain mods, you can definitely proc an entire crowd of enemies at once, and it just wreak havoc, really. Heavy Caliber, even though it is a very meta mod, is a very interesting mod on this weapon because the accuracy decrease actually increases the cone angle, so you'll be hitting more enemies at once. It does spread the damage out a little bit, but I think it's worth it because, like I said, damage is not a main focus for the Ignis Wraith. Same thing with Firestorm, because the Ignis and the Ignis Wraith are technically explosive weapons. This weapon does have access to Firestorm. It's an interesting mod. Throw it on, try it out. If you don't like it, you can change it up. The other two beam mods that I want to talk about is Sinister Reach and Combustion Beam. They're interesting. The Ignis Wraith and the Ignis, however, do have the second longest reach for their beams of any beam weapon in the game at 40 meters. So the extra 12 meters from Sinister Reach isn't... I don't know if it's necessarily worth it for you to go after that. However, Combustion Beam can be interesting because of the nature of the Ignis Wraith to take care of crowds. Once you start getting that first kill, basically having Combustion Beam go off and help you secure subsequent kills is very interesting. Now, obviously, Combustion Beam, the usefulness does fall off the later game you get, but it's something interesting that you can put on for earlier excursions into the game. Now, overall, it's a solid weapon. I'm not in love with it. I'm not sure how much I will take it out and really use it, but it's good that the Ignis did get a little bit of an overhaul and you know, a little bit of love, so to speak, because, you know, who doesn't like a good flamethrower? Am I right? Let me know in the comments section what you guys think of the weapon, what you guys thought of the event too. And until next time, I've been your host with the most, as always, Francois878, signing off.